let's see here. Try to get this all set up. I'm gonna play this new album. Well, not new, but I dropped it at the beginning of the year. And I'm gonna paint. So probably won't hear much of the music actually, which is kind of the point. I am going to eventually have a palette view, so y'all can like see whatever I'm mixing up. See what kind of stuff I'm mixing up to throw down. I hit play and I didn't even have my table here set up. So you just have to listen to me nervously banter while I get that ready. Dude, live streaming all this stuff it's cool, but like, or even like record, it would be the same process if I was recording or live streaming. But honestly, like, it's pretty weird. It's pretty unnatural to have like lighting, camera position, like a boom mic attached to your fucking neck. But whatever. I'm here for it. It's who I am. It's what I do. So anyway, started streaming this the other day as part of a practice, and I think I've got a better setup now. So I'm gonna test it out. You're probably about to see my head. Good gravy. Mix the oil brushes with some non-oil brushes, and I'm pretty sure that means you go straight to hell. So we use these. And most likely this dull blue, this dull like magenta brown type color, and off-white. Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. Kind of thinking I might want some green foreground. This is just kind of impressionistic and fun. Let's see. Green gold. What is green gold? Let's do a little bit of this. Just gonna throw it straight on the canvas because this is kind of, like I said last time, it's kind of like a technique I do sometimes. Like, I kind of call it chaos painting because like the mixing is kind of the art. Ew, what is that? It's like weird chunks of this acrylic paint. I have no idea what the fuck that was. Oh dang, I need water too. I did not think of that. I have some water in a spray bottle. Actually suffice. Just pour some of that into a cup. From a spray bottle, that ish. Cool, it's captured everything. I wasn't sure. I'm gonna pour this water in here because I have found with acrylics that water is your friend. I was talking to a fella at a comic show. He's like a known artist, and he got me to purchase some gouache because I was talking about how I like always wanted to use it, but never did. And he kind of sold it to me. He does like, he paints covers in gouache, sketch covers, which I also love to do, which I'll also be streaming soon too, because I have a dock camera for that. Just about to get a little painty up in here. Get a sip of water. Let's see what the hell we can do here. This is really weird. This is like, this is a pretty clear opacity. I was not really expecting that. It's not as dark as I had hoped. That's alright. That's like the whole point of painting this way. Because that's the other thing, man. Like layer after layer is what it's all about. Like your work just starts to really shine. Like the more you add to it, I'm telling you, like your soul just shines through. It's really weird. That's also like the dangerous thing. So just be painting forever and ever and ever and ever. That is really strokey and unnatural. I mean, like, it looks amateur. Well, that's cool. I just wanted to get the paint thrown down on that. Thinking about throwing down like a little bit more of a different green that's probably more opaque. Definitely is. It's too light though for my taste. But you know, whatever. We all love big, green, inviting, vast fields. I don't know what I may add to this. I may not add anything to it. The whole point of this is, well, one, I'm testing my equipment, and two, I'm getting into the habit of painting again. So why not just paint some shit, dude? I basically did this other painting recently, and I had joked about like, oh my god, this is like a sign that Johnny has quit art for good, because it was just like a nature painting, which actually it's more than a nature painting. It's something that I came up with. It's like a sketch I came up with. I was like, you know, I need to make this into a painting. Painting the sides now. I don't even know why I'd ever really do that, but just because there's so much paint on here now. Don't want to waste any, but I kind of like the thickness of this. This shit has a lot of texture. I hate wasting green. Let's see. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, I can put it on this tree. So, just putting extra paint on this green and like yellow tree I have. Because I hate wasting paint, man. Sucks. Still think you can see the canvas through this, which is crazy. You can. Whatever. Who cares? Paint is paint. Dime a dozen, bro. In case I keep it grass, I guess it won't really matter. I don't know what it's gonna be in the distance, man. I feel like this should actually be like fun, like pine trees or some shit, you know? Everybody loves a good pine tree. Let's see here. Alright. I think I want to get into these mountains here. So the painting he was like looking at and liking, like somehow I got a really good green out of that. That's kind of what I want to go with this. I'm going to keep green in this one. I don't know if you can see this very well. I guess you can if I like don't. Whatever. Anyway, so he saw that and he really liked it. There's more contrasted like brilliance to it in person than what that just showed. That wasn't really probably able to focus on it. So anyway, let me see. It looks like the color is alright. It's not too bad. Probably more close to that there. So, well, one thing actually I kind of wanted to do was see if I could build out that bottom cloud, the bottom of that cloud a little bit. Using pretty much the blues and stuff I was using before, but mostly just off-white, like an eggshell white. Because I just kind of don't like how it just ends there. Like, it just looks kind of weird. Like, I don't know. I could be tripping, dude. I might like fuck this all up. Very possible. I just mix it on the palette because why not? So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this turns out okay. But that's how big clouds be looking, bro. And see, like in the past, I would have like tripped out, like, oh man, like coming up that mountain. Nah, man, you got lots of layers to go, bro. Lots of layers to go. I'm gonna try to put a little bit of depth in here. So I'm just kind of dry brushing that in up here. It's like just a tad bit of paint's gonna go like a long way. And clouds are weird. Like I've spent a lot of time looking at clouds, mostly just because I'm like I need to learn how to paint them without like reference photos, because I love to just paint stuff like that, man. Like why not, right? Like just dive in and kind of see what happens. Like I think what's the worst that's gonna happen? I've ruined a canvas like twice in my life. You can always fix a canvas, dude. Like just paint some new shit. Who cares? So that is the fun thing. Like I don't want this to look like an actual cloud. Like if you're watching this, like, man, this motherfucker doesn't know what a cloud looks like. Good on you. Because this is supposed to be like totally stylized and weird. Like, that's the whole point. I want the viewer to see multiple things in the cloud the way we all do with clouds. And I think I accomplished it somewhat already, and this is like just preliminary, just kind of barfing shit out. Try brush it out a little bit. Maybe you want to add a little bit of highlights. Sorry, I'm just thinking. But it's weird too because I was like totally against digital. I thought digital was complete horseshit. I did not like it. I avoided it forever. But man, it's like maybe a better artist in the sense that I like learned basically like so like I like backward engineered like I don't know insecurities, like the whole idea like, oh man, like I would have so many sketches I would start and they'd be like really cool, and then I'd basically like get crippled because I was like, man, I'm gonna fuck this up, like if I don't like plot it out. Like I was like afraid to just kind of just leap with it, which I always did because I always drew in pen, so I never really cared. It's like you can't really mess stuff up. Like once you've been drawing in pen for like 30 years, dude, like you have a pretty strong line and a pretty strong like ability to like at the very least learn how to cover mistakes, if not just get to the point where like mistakes just don't really happen. So anyway, yeah. That for whatever reason it like gave me the confidence to just kind of be like, who cares, dude? Like who cares if you like mess up a painting? Like nobody cares. Like and like the other thing, like you like how can you? Right? I mean like if you're an artist, you can't really make mistakes. I mean, I don't know. Who the hell's to tell you like something isn't valid? Like are you like made a mistake? Especially like on your own creation. I think that's like so weird. Like I've always loved when people like give me critiques. I'm like, oh, I don't actually give a shit. Like I'm just paying this because I fucking wanted to, or I'm drawing this, or whatever it may be. And I think everybody should do that. I think everybody should fucking draw. Everybody should paint. Everybody should do something creative. Whatever it is, dude, we're all good at something. And not only that, it like kills stress. Like absolutely kills it. And I don't know anybody that doesn't want to know about stuff that kills stress. The stress killer. So my thoughts are, once I get this kind of boxed out, a little bit dull, then I'll add the white. That shit's gonna drip, son. That's what the rappers would say. And I feel like just the blue mixed with the off-white and the blue, like the transitions and stuff, are giving it like a lot of character. Like a lot of transitioning character. It just kind of looks cool, right? Like now I'm just gonna kind of go through and make sure these like edges that are a little bit janky or like looking like incomplete because they kind of were, just making sure they're kind of like filled in. Music. music. Now I'm gonna do something kind of crazy. Add like the slightest little hint of red, because that's just gonna give it some real atmosphere. At least I feel like it will. If I'm wrong, cool. I've done that before. I've been wrong. Just the slightest touches, dude. Like barely in there. Just the slightest wee touches. I get why Bob Ross like whispered. Shit is just peaceful. Shit is fun. After this, I'm gonna bust some tracks with my homies. Gotta kill some shit. All the ones and twos, as it were. Now I'm wondering, I haven't really done this. But I bet if I take a little rag, lightly go over that, kind of mix that shit around. It's not a whole hell of a lot though. We'll clean this brush off a little bit. And get a little bit of blue up in here. It's supposed to be blue, but it ain't. Give it a little bit of dark here. Like I said, it's kind of like some off the cuff stuff, but I want the bottom of this to clearly be like a bottom. Kind of don't know what I'm doing with this middle part here, to be honest, but give it some bumps, give it some shape. It will be fine. Especially with the white. I think the white highlights will really pop that shit out. Alright then. How will I do? I think I'm gonna do these mountains somewhat purplish, but let's see how that works out. Got a pretty fun crimson here. It'd be kind of fun to just start with the crimson. You just make this ish red. Make the shadow a little bit red, as it were. All right, this should be a good start. I'm gonna do mountains in the back, but I think in the front I'm gonna do like some brown, kind of like foothill type stuff. This is just really to like have some of this red seep through, because it's not gonna be here in a second. I guess we'll see though, won't we? Alright, I'm not really a fan right now of that color. Let's maybe see what happens. We mix, throw some more of this mix. Okay, this is like a straight up slosh of colors. Will it look mountainous? We don't know. No, it won't. Well then. When in doubt, chuck a little white in the mix. Alright, now this is going to look a little bit more purpley. Which is kind of what they are, you know? Those crazy kids up there. Those crazy mountains staring at you. Alright, I'm going to just lay this purplish shit down here. Slopping it on. Get some texture. When in doubt, throw texture on stuff. Plus, this is a pretty darkish looking purple. So fuck it. Just put it everywhere. Color this mountain range up. And this straight line stuff right here is actually bullshit. You never want to do that, man. Like, just saying. Just saying, man. Don't do it to yourself. And so when you're painting, what you really want to do when you're painting something like this, or anything really, but like, you want to be painting strokes like in the direction of what you're painting. Like, so if you're doing this slope of the mountain, this side of the mountain, like you want your strokes to like reflect that. Like you put that drive up on there, like it like the strokes themselves build the positioning of your objects, and like the eye will register if that shit's off, which you could still do and pull off masterfully. You could do some weird shit, right? Like there's no rules, but that is like one way to make sure that your work has life, it flows, like people know what the hell is going on. Basically, way too bright, but whatever. It's all about what people will tell you are flames, and no, not aeroplanes. I may pull this off yet. Alright, I'm actually kind of growing fond of this lighter color up top there. Now it actually has some definition to it. It looks kind of mountainous. Come back in with a little bit of dark here. Keep this peak taken care of. Let's be honest. It needs to be smoothed out anyway there. But I have to come back and kind of add some darks to this. It's too bright, but it looks cool. It looks cool. It's fun. There's ridges, like ruffles. I should spray this shit with water so my paint doesn't dry. There's a grip here. A little snow up there. Put a bird on it. It's good to get different values and tones and strokes, kind of like going up the mountain. Like the bottom probably should be darker here on all of this. which I think I might pull off with like a, we'll do a little bit of a red. A little bit of a blue. And hope to fuck this word stuff. I mean, like, that's the whole point of this. It's just a little session to do, like an hour or however long it's going to be total. And call it a day. And then, like, tomorrow I look at it and have like a fresh perspective. And you just go from there, dude. Like, it's hella fun. They wouldn't let me release this on streaming platforms because of this sample. Like anybody knows this old Vincent Price shit. I mean, I guess they do, but alright, I'm seeing something here. I need to mark for myself. This shit needs to be predominant. Like cloud bubble. There, it looks good. Back, let me just mark it out real quick this way so I fucking remember. Okay, anyway. Alright, that shit is way too... Needs more blue. Man, that's a lot of paint I just made. That's okay. Just kind of cap it off the bottom here. I feel like, you know, Rocky Mountains and such. It's gonna be a little bit darker towards the bottom. I don't know why. Just I'm feeling right now. Do what I want. Do what I want. But either way, this is getting some character. Some pretty fun shapes. Okay, well that album is over. Throw out another one from 2019 that I did. Not that you can really hear it anyway, or at least my hopes is that you can't really hear it. Anyway, here we go. So another trick of painting is like illusions, because things are just shapes, and every once in a while, man, like not every once in a while, the entirety of most painting is tricking your eye. Now detailed illustration's kind of a different story, but it's just a little bit of a trick to make things look 3D and stuff. Little key strokes here and there that do it. I think this is like one of my favoriteest beats I ever made right here. It's kind of like mysterious and ish. Now I'm just throwing a little bit of purple in here because why not? First of all, I needed it for here anyway. Well, I didn't need it for here. I'm putting it there so I know the markers that I'm looking for. Because I actually want to come in now with white. Make stuff pop. It's kind of like a tornado cloud. Or, sorry, hail. How they be like bubbly, like weird and shit. Like, but yeah, these little like highlights like this will make this shit pop. It'll look really cool. It's pretty cool painting, man. Like, it's pretty weird, but whatever, so am I. Yeah, this is a pretty cool painting. All in all, obviously I'm not a huge fan of this bottom part yet. Maybe that'll change. I'll bring it down further, just because I have all this extra paint anyway. Get it all like mixed in together and shit. See what kind of magic occurs. Yeah, to be honest, this whole album was pretty good. You know, you're not supposed to like your own shit or whatever. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you are. I don't know. Like that weird to like your own fucking music. Is that like why you made it in the first place? Oh man, I didn't think about that. I should put a UFO in this motherfucker. Wipe off this brush. A bit more of this white here. See what else I might be able to help out here. Alright. I think I might call that good. Because it is hot as hell in here. That looks pretty fun to me. I like how loose it is, but also just has a lot of character to me. I think my client will actually really like this, so why fuck with it anymore? I might figure out something to do at the bottom here. I might do like foothills. That'd be kind of dope. But I'm done for now. It's pretty hot, and this has been probably been an hour. Just stand here now and drink water. Just kidding. But yeah, gosh, I wish this. It's really good. This is like pretty good quality. It does kind of show this painting pretty well. However, I do feel like in person it looks better. But anyway, whatever. Of course. If you ever watch this, thank you. Thank you to the one person watching. I don't know where you're at. It looks like Twitch, so I appreciate it. And I'll be back more regularly. This is just me testing something. I mean, not that, I don't know if you're like looking forward to that, but I will be doing more. I appreciate you tuning in, even if it was just for like the background music and to listen to someone talk.